Imagine that in this very moment you have the power to transform the greatest challenges of your life into your greatest victories. How could you achieve this today? We dive deep into the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has empowered people to thrive in adversity and find serenity amid chaos for centuries. Think about the last time you faced a situation that tested your patience or shook your confidence. How did you respond? Were you a prisoner of your immediate reactions, or did you choose an answer that reflected your deepest values and convictions? This is where Stoicism shines, guiding us to respond to life's challenges with courage, wisdom, and equanimity. We'll delve into a concept that has its roots in ancient wisdom but remains surprisingly relevant in our modern world: reacting versus responding. This concept isn't just about controlling your temper or staying calm in challenging situations. It's about cultivating a deeply rooted sense of awareness, a grounding in the present moment that allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and into attention. The ancient Stoic philosophers, known for their practical approach to life, had a lot to say about this. They believed that while we may not have control over all events, we do have control over how we interpret and respond to these events. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is under our control, by encouraging a detachment from external circumstances and an anchoring in our own reason. It is this Stoic wisdom that can inspire us to pause, reflect, and choose a course of action that is reasoned and deliberate rather than impulsive and reactive. But why is it important to respond instead of react? Think about how much of our stress, regret, and frustration comes from knee-jerk reactions from things people say or do. Now imagine if instead you could stay calm, centered, and thoughtful even when the world around you is in chaos. This is not just about improving your peace of mind, but about becoming a more effective person. They are the qualities of a compassionate and resilient person that can transform not only your life but also the lives of those around you. In our conversation today, we will explore several strategies that draw on both modern psychology and Stoic philosophy to help you develop this responsiveness. We'll look at how to cultivate mindfulness, the importance of identifying and expressing your emotions constructively, and how to keep the big picture in mind, a perspective at which the Stoics excelled. By the end of this discussion, you will have a toolkit of strategies to help you pause, evaluate, and respond thoughtfully to whatever life throws at you. So let's embark on this journey together, learning to anchor in the wisdom of Stoicism and the power of our minds to choose our responses, transforming our experiences and interactions for the better. On our journey to understand the essence of responding by overreacting, we enter a realm where every thought and action is deliberate, echoing the profound teachings of Stoicism. The Stoics, those venerable sages of ancient Greece and Rome, had a view of life that is remarkably applicable to our fast-paced modern world. They taught the value of mastering emotions and reactions, emphasizing that true power lies in our ability to choose our response to any situation. So why is it so vital to cultivate a response rather than a knee-jerk reaction? Imagine you are in a tense meeting or facing a personal challenge. The default human behavior is often to react instinctively from the immediate impulse of emotions. This reaction, although natural, is rarely the best for us in the long term. It can intensify conflicts, damage relationships, and lead to decisions we may later regret. This is where Stoic wisdom shines through, the wise thinkers who believed in living in accordance with nature and reason, advocating a life where every action is guided by virtue and rational thought. By adopting this philosophy, we learn to observe our initial impulses, examine them with a rational mind, and choose a course of action that aligns with our core values and long-term goals. Responding instead of reacting means taking a moment to make a pause when faced with a triggering event. It's about taking a step back to observe not only the external event but also our internal response. This reflective pause allows you to consider several outcomes and choose one that is reasoned, balanced, and most importantly, under your control. By practicing this Stoic approach, you are not repressing your emotions or pretending that they do not exist, but rather you are recognizing them, understanding their origins, and then deciding if and how they should influence your actions. This approach allows you to interact with the world in a way that maintains your inner peace and integrity regardless of external circumstances. But the importance of overreacting extends further. Personal peace influences is the quality of your relationships, the effectiveness of your leadership, and your resilience in the face of adversity. When you respond thoughtfully, you demonstrate respect, understanding, and empathy toward other points of view and experiences, fostering more meaningful and constructive interactions. Embarking on a transformative journey to train the mind requires more than mere intention. It requires deliberate and sustained effort, much like Stoic practices. These timeless ancient philosophers offer ideas that can anchor our modern approach to cultivating a receptive rather than reactive mind. Let's delve into the power of self-awareness, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics emphasize the importance of introspection and understanding one's thoughts and motivations. In our context, this means cultivating a keen awareness of our mental and emotional states. When you are aware of your thoughts and feelings, you are better equipped to manage them effectively. This heightened self-awareness allows you to recognize the onset of emotional reactions and provides the crucial first step in choosing a different, more reasoned response. Next, we'll explore the practice of pausing, a simple but profound strategy. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, often spoke of the space between stimulus and response, the space where we have the power to choose our actions. By cultivating the habit of pausing, even for a few seconds, we give ourselves the opportunity to step away from our immediate impulses. This pause can be filled with deep breathing, a moment of reflection, or a brief meditation. It is in this space where we can consult our inner Stoic, asking ourselves, what does virtue require at this moment, and what response aligns with our higher self? Another key strategy is reframing our perspective, a technique Stoics used to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. This involves making conscious choices, seeing a situation from a different angle that reduces its emotional impact, and discovering alternative ways to cope. For example, instead of viewing a challenging work situation as a threat, you can reframe it as an opportunity to grow and demonstrate resilience. By changing our narrative, we change our emotional responses and new possibilities for action open up. Additionally, the Stoics were advocates of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. By practicing this principle, we learn to invest our energy wisely by actively responding to our own thoughts and actions. Accepting external events as they unfold does not mean being passive or indifferent, but rather recognizing where our power truly lies and choosing to act there with intention and integrity. The practice of constant reflection is key to training the mind. The Stoics examine themselves daily to evaluate their actions and their progress toward virtue. Similarly, we can end the day reflecting on our responses and celebrating our successes by choosing thoughtful actions and learning. This continuous process of self-evaluation and improvement fosters a receptive mindset and cultivates the wisdom and balance that Stoicism values so highly. By integrating these strategies into our daily lives, we not only honor the legacy of the Stoics, but we also empower ourselves to live with greater purpose, calm, and effectiveness. Through persistent practice, we transform our minds, guiding them toward answers that reflect our deepest values and aspirations. Cultivating deep awareness of the present moment is about observing our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment, allowing us to gain insight into their nature and influence. By practicing mindfulness, we align ourselves with the Stoic effort to live with awareness and intention, anchoring ourselves firmly in the only moment when we truly have the power to act. A practical way to cultivate mindfulness is through focused attention. Exercises such as breathing meditation, simply observing our breath and noticing each one. By inhaling and exhaling, we develop the ability to maintain attention and return it to our point of focus when it wanders. This practice is not just about relaxation, it is a training ground for the mind that improves our ability to focus and stay present amidst life's distractions and challenges. Another key practice is mindful observation, which can be applied to any daily activity, turning it into an opportunity for mindfulness. Whether you're eating, walking, or even performing mundane tasks, you can practice by being fully engaged in the activity you are doing, observing every aspect with curiosity and openness. This not only enriches the experience itself, but also strengthens your ability to remain focused and responsive in various situations. Body scan meditation is another powerful mindfulness technique that encourages body awareness and presence. By mindfully scanning different parts of our body, we not only cultivate a greater connection with our physical being, but we also learn to recognize and release stored tensions and emotions. This practice echoes Stoic reflection on the nature of bodily experiences and the importance of not allowing them to unduly influence our rational minds. Incorporating mindfulness into our interactions with others can also transform our relationships and Communication, by being fully present with others, by listening carefully and observing without judgment, we foster deeper understanding and connection. This practice aligns with the Stoic value of empathy and the recognition that others are also rational beings navigating their own challenges and experiences. By adopting these mindfulness practices, we walk a path, the Stoic path, that leads to greater clarity, calmness, and effectiveness in our actions. As we cultivate a conscious presence, we equip ourselves with the tools to respond to life's inevitable challenges with grace, wisdom, and composure that embody the best of what it means to live an inspired Stoic life. Now let us transition our focus toward the pragmatic application of our new mindfulness and Stoic ideas with the goal of cultivating a lifestyle in which thoughtful responding eclipses reactive impulses. This journey toward implementing response over reaction is not simply about suppressing natural reflexes, but about enriching our engagement with life, echoing the Stoic virtue of living with deliberate will, intention, and rationality. To embody the principles we have discussed, it is crucial to establish daily practices that reinforce the art of responding. Imagine you are faced with a challenging situation, perhaps a disagreement at work or an unforeseen setback. The immediate impulse might be to react emotionally out of frustration or disappointment. This is the time to take advantage of our Stoic-inspired training to pause and consider the bigger picture and ask ourselves what a Stoic philosopher would do. This question is not a call for emotional suppression, but rather an invitation to engage our rational mind to dispassionately evaluate the situation and identify constructive responses. Here we are not eliminating emotions, but channeling them productively, using reason to navigate through them. It is about recognizing our feelings, understanding their triggers, and then clearly and calmly deciding the best course of action that with our values and goals. In practical terms, this could mean taking a short walk to clear your head before responding to a provocative email. Email could involve a deeper analysis of what's really bothering you in a conflict. Look for underlying problems instead of reacting to superficial irritation. Every time you choose to respond instead of react, you are reinforcing a pattern of thoughtful engagement with life's challenges. You foster resilience and cultivate a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Furthermore, integrating this approach into your daily routines simplifies its impact. Start your day with a reflection on your intuitions. Remember your commitment to respond carefully in various contexts. Keep a journal to reflect on your answers, celebrate your successes, and identify areas of growth. And most importantly, adopt a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation, recognizing that each day offers new opportunities to practice and deepen your mastery of the answers. By committing to this path, you are not only adopting a strategy for stress and conflict reduction or management, you are also adopting a way of life that reflects the Stoic pursuit of virtue and wisdom. You are choosing to live intentionally by aligning your actions with your highest ideals, and in doing so, you are contributing to a more reasonable, compassionate, and accepting world. The journey from reaction to response is transformative and invites us into a deeper engagement with our inner self and the outer world. It is a path that the Stoics traveled with diligence and dedication, and now, guided by their wisdom, we too can aspire to navigate the vicissitudes of life with grace, equanimity, and rationality that embody the true spirit of Stoicism. In the modern era, the essence of our exploration is not just about managing our reactions in isolation, but about integrating a thoughtful and responsive approach into the fabric of our lives. By adopting the principles of Stoicism, focusing on what is within our control, acting with reason, and striving for virtue, we empower ourselves to meet life's challenges with greater equanimity and purpose. This path of Stoic inspiration encourages us to see each moment as an opportunity to practice our commitment to response rather than reacting impulsively. Whether we face daily irritations, major setbacks, or fundamental decisions, every situation presents an opportunity to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By consistently choosing to respond thoughtfully, we not only improve our own well-being, but we also contribute positively to the lives of those around us. Remember that the journey toward mastering response over reaction is ongoing. It is a process of continuous learning and growth. Like the Stoics, we must embrace the discipline of self-reflection, regularly evaluating our progress and adjusting our courses as necessary. This commitment to personal growth not only brings us closer to our ideal self-elves, but also resonates outward influencing our communities, relationships, and the broader tapestry of our lives. Every moment is a choice and opportunity to embody the calm resilience and wisdom of Stoicism in the tapestry of life. Your responses are the threads of your character that, woven with intention and purpose, deepen the art of living.